your leader in sports coverage in Madison County. It's Sports Night from the Richmond Register Sports Department.
Find out the latest Madison County sports information from Richmond Register sports editor Nathan Hutchison. Coming up next. Madison County Sports Night is brought to you by Total Comfort Heating and Air Conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Adams Buick GMC. Sid says sell 'em. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Pizza. Metronet Fiber. And KYmedia.net. Does your business or organization want to sponsor Madison County Sports Night on the Richmond Register Sports channels? Hit us up on social media. Abundant Hope Naturals, the official fruit smoothie for Sports Night. Come recharge with a delicious fruit smoothie full of protein and your choice of supplements.
All right, welcome into Madison County Sports Night Live for Thursday, November the 10th. Almost had a little technical difficulty there. I lost you for a minute, Randy, but now we're back.
I know. What happened?
I just moved something.
You probably hit a cable.
Probably. But I'm here. We're here. Busy night across the county. Lots of basketball to tell you about. First of all, also we're going to focus a lot of tonight on looking ahead to tomorrow night for the second round of the Class 6A playoffs. Madison Central taking on Dunbar. But I was down at Madison Southern earlier for the Eagle Mania. Got to see all the Madison Southern boys and girls basketball teams, all the cheerleading teams, the middle school. Really a lot of fun down there. Dunk contest. Jay Rose throwing down some sick dunks and some cool three-point shooting contests and everything. I'll have some pictures of that up later. And then I did scurry up to Alumni Coliseum, McBrayer Arena, Baptist Health Arena, whatever we're calling it, to check out the second half of the EKU Western game. And, of course, Western did come up with a 66-60 win over EKU. But before we jump into the basketball, let's focus on football first, because tomorrow night, and this is a crazy stat here, Randy, that tomorrow night it'll be Madison Central taking on Dunbar up in Lexington, and this will be the fourth time in 441 days these two teams have played each other. Twice in the regular season, twice in the playoffs. They met in the region final last year, meeting in the second round here. And so these are two teams that are very, very familiar with each other. The game here in Richmond earlier this year, 29-28 victory for Madison Central in dramatic fashion. The Dunbar went ahead late. Madison Central got the ball back. Brady Hensley with a touchdown run. And instead of kicking in what would be the game-tying extra point, Mike Holcomb went for the two-point conversion. Brady Hensley converted it, and Central was able to pick up the win over Dunbar. But the two teams that are very, very familiar with each other, it'll be very interesting to see what tomorrow holds weather-wise. Dunbar does have a turf field. It is supposed to rain buckets all day long, but it looks like that should stop by hopefully around kickoff time. But the winner will move on to the region championship game next week. Probably have to go to Louisville for that. It's all based on RPI, as you'll hear Coach talk about here in just a minute. So have no idea who the opponent will be for either one of these teams until all the games are over tomorrow night. But it will be Madison Central and Dunbar for the fourth time in 441 days. Here's what Coach Mike Holcomb had to say about the fourth matchup with the Bulldogs since he's become the head coach at Madison Central.
We're here at Madison Central High School with football coach Mike Holcomb. Indians taking on Dunbar this Friday night, the second round of the Class 6A playoffs. Of course, Coach, you played him here a few months back and just opening couple weeks of the season. A dramatic 29-28 victory, but that was a long time ago. Teams are much different now, but it's going to be an exciting matchup.
Yeah, it seems like a season ago, but that was an exciting game, and we did some stuff that night that didn't help ourselves a whole lot, and they played real well. Coach Johnson over there does a great job coaching. You know, they're usually always pretty deep in the playoffs, and we played them in the regional championship last year. So, you know, it's second week here, and you know, they're plugging right along. they do a good job. They do a lot of things offensively that Coach Blair and his staff are working on, and to stop. They run a lot of RPOs, which are runner pass options, and do those things. And defensively, they get after you pretty well. They play hard, and so we're just we're just glad to be plugging right along. It's the second week. I tell our kids all the time it's the most exciting time of the year. So we're just looking forward to playing Friday.
Yeah, coming up a 49-10 win over Henry Clay last week here. Just kind of a feel-good win all the way around. You had some kids back from injuries. You jumped out to a big early lead, and even though the second half kind of drug on for a little bit, it was just a good overall, just a good all-around performance from you guys.
Yeah, my second half marathon there, we was here forever, but we played well. I thought we played a lot of high energy on both sides of the ball. We felt good. Of course, we'd had some kids been sick all week and things, but they got well and were able to play. Of course, we had a couple get sick on Thursday night that didn't make it. So, but we got through that week, and hopefully we can get through this week. Of course, we still got that stuff lingering around here and there, but I thought we played real well. I thought we got off the ball well up front. We ran well. We had several people contribute, and that's what we have to have. We just got to be able to use all of our players, and continuously we have people step up. Take Braxton Hodge, stepped up and played great on defense. Offensive line blocked well. Hagan run our offense good. People made plays. Brady had a good night running along with Parker Mullins, and Jaden made a couple big plays. And like I said, all that went back to I thought our offensive line played probably their best game of the year.
Yeah, you had basically your second and third string running backs out, so you put Parker in there, kind of reinvent the offense a little bit, and it really worked well.
Yeah, we did some things different, and hopefully it's really not different. Just you sort of line up different, but it worked out real well. And he's just an outstanding player. I looked around a lot of times. He ain't coming off the field. He's on a lot of our special teams, offense and defense, and just does a great job for us, along with several of our kids. So that's a big thing this time of year. That's what you got to do. I think this time of year comes down a lot of willpowers, and hopefully we got a lot more willpower than who we go against.
Yeah, you hope to get some other guys back this week, maybe Travis Grant.
Yeah, we're looking at that. They've got to be completely healthy, just to feel good and try to go out. We've got 2 or 3 guys, in that situation, but I want them to be able to get out and perform and stay healthy. You don't want to go out there about half, not 100%, or you may not be 100%, but even at 90, you got to be able to continue to play the whole time. So we're just looking to take most of that stuff day to day and seeing how they feel.
You said this will be the third time playing Dunbar in about 15 months, but they're going to look a little bit different. Folks that came to this game down here, Ethan Teal was the quarterback in the first game, but now Cole Colony's been playing quarterback for them. They're going to look different than they did when you played them over here.
Yeah, they will. I think actually it's the 4th time since I've been here that we played them. We played them the second game last year in the playoffs, and we played the Red Games. Yeah, so it's the 4th time in the 2 seasons. So guess we know each other pretty well.
Yeah, but like I said, they moved Colony to quarterback, and I think that's been a big difference for them. They've won 4 out of 5 down the stretch there, with only the one loss being the station. Like I said, they run a lot of the RPO with him.
Yeah, I think so. And he probably more. I think they moved him actually from that back to the running back. Now they moved him back to quarterback and settled back down a little bit on things. I think he actually played there last year for them, so he's pretty familiar with what they do, and I'm sure he's more. Anytime you got experience at quarterback, your team's going to be more comfortable and you usually have a chance to be more successful.
Yeah, it seemed like the game here, if I remember right, it was a couple of they hit some long pass plays on you, and it was kind of the big one of the big things there for them in that game.
Yeah, I think they did hit a couple plays on us, sir, big plays, and also we did some things that really didn't help ourselves that night. Also to put us in that, to put the game really in the situation it was. But there's another team out there, so sometimes you make mistakes for a reason.
Yeah, 3 turnovers I think in that game. I think that's what it was.
Yeah.
All right. Well, I know a lot of people have kind of been asking around about who you play next, but I'm sure that question hasn't even come up because you got to beat these guys first, right?
Yeah. No, we just have to look. It goes to RPI.
Yeah. So
you just have to see. You can't sit around and play the old wishing game or whatever. You just got to go out this now and take care of business. And they keep changing playoffs around and things. There's no easy way to a state championship. You're gonna have to play your way to it. So we just sit and see what happens Friday and who wins the other game, and we have to take care of our business to move on. And and we'll play whoever they pencil in there.
All right, well, 7:30 up in Lexington, Madison Central and Dunbar. Thanks, Coach.
Thank you very much.
All right. Well, I always enjoy my Tuesday afternoon chats with Mike Holcomb over at Madison Central. Hopefully, we can keep doing those for a couple of more weeks. But it's a lot of fun to go over there and talk to Mike. And big one tomorrow night, Madison Central at Dunbar. Winner goes on to the region championship game against a yet-to-be-determined opponent and a yet-to-be-determined location. But almost certainly will be on the road. Dunbar and Central, I think, if I looked at it correctly, are the two lowest seeded RPI teams left. So whoever wins this one will probably be headed to either Northern Kentucky or Louisville next Friday night for the region championship game. But first things first, we say that because Dunbar comes into the playoffs with just a 5-5 record, and last week has a winless Oldham County team at home, and dang near ends up losing that game. I think what was the final score there? Like 48-39 or something like that. But they gave up a ton of points. 400. Oldham County had 461 yards of total offense and 28 first downs, but it was Paul Lawrence Dunbar who was able to pick up the 48-34 win. Dunbar had 502 yards, 300 passing. Of course, Central last week with that nice, easy 49-10 win over Henry Clay in the first round of the playoffs with Brady Hensley with 4 touchdowns. So Central's offense have been struggling a little bit. They got it going last week, even though they were without some people. Brock Eads and Brian Mathis. Parker Mullins slid over into the running back position and helped him out there. And so looking pretty good going forward. So for the 4th time in 441 days, I know I've said that like 4 times now, but it's just very interesting to see those same teams playing each other over and over. And not even in the same district either. That's a very, very odd thing. But so that's what we got tomorrow night. In addition to Eagle Mania, like we said, we had the big EKU Western Kentucky game over at McBrayer Arena. I was able to get over there for just a little bit of that. About the second half, EKU had an 8-point lead in the second half. And, boy, I mean, you got to hit your free throws. And 8 of 17 from the free throw line for EKU, and that's a big difference. They shoot just 33.9% overall from the field, 3 of 10. Or 10 of 31 from three-point range. Actually out-rebounded a much bigger Western Kentucky team, but it was the Hilltoppers pulling out the 66-60 win. And here's another crazy stat for you. Western Kentucky has now beaten Eastern Kentucky 17 of the past 18 times they played each other. The Colonels have beaten the Hilltoppers only once since 1987. That was back in the Dan McHale era. Here in Richmond. So EKU falls to 1-1 on the season, back in action Sunday up at the University of Cincinnati. It was Cooper Robb with 11 points, Tayshawn Comer, the freshman, with 10 points, and Devontae Blanton had 10 points before he had to leave the game. He was suffering with some cramps and had to leave the game in the second half. So Colonels fall to 1-1 on the season. On the flip side of that, Berea College men first road game of the year, and they went over to Danville and picked up a 64-58 win over Center. And it was Isaac Caudill with 16 points, Andrew Jones 14 points, and Trey Mentor with 13 points. Berea had a 10-point lead at the half, shot just 39% from the field, 8 of 22 from 3. They did hit 10 of 15 free throws and rebounded Center College 35-33 and held the lead for 33 minutes. And led by as much as 16 points in that. So Austin Newton's bunch off to a 2-0 start to the season, and they'll be back in action Sunday at home against William Peace. And also looking ahead to tomorrow, EKU's women are home against Appalachian State at 7 o'clock. They, of course, opened the season on Monday with a loss at home to Evansville, so they'll be looking to even their record. And then on Saturday, EKU football down in Alabama to take on Jacksonville State. So I guess that's all we got for you. But we will be up at Dunbar tomorrow night with the tailgate show, 6:30. Come by and say hello, and you can look at my dirty shoes if you want. I thought you said you were going to put a crown on my head there, Randy. But no,
I'm working on it, man. I'm busy.
No, it's all right. But come on and say hello. We'll have some snappy tomato pizza. We'll be certainly be happy to share it with you if you'd like a slice. So come on by and say hello, and hopefully the rain will have stopped by then.
Let's hope so. Yeah, I don't want the rain.
Yeah, the models look like it is supposed to stop sometime early in the afternoon.
Good.
But it's just, like I said, it's turf field, so it shouldn't be that bad if it stops before game time. It shouldn't have any effect on the game. So
I think it rained last time we went over there.
Probably, I think so.
I think so.
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, but 7:30 tomorrow night up in Lexington. Central and Dunbar in the second round of the Class 6A playoffs. So come on out, say hello to us, then go cheer on the Indians. Or if you're here in town, go over and watch the Colonels, the women Colonels, playing at home against Appalachian State. And so all kinds of good stuff all around the neighborhood. I'm just going to pick some random song here.
Oh, Random Thursday.
Rando. I don't even know. I just trying to get all this stuff done so I can get home, man. So let's go with I don't know. Let's. Do I even have this on? Oh, it's on. Yeah. This is live, folks. That's for sure.
This is live. We're still waiting.
Wicked Sensation by the Lynch Mob. I'm going to go back to some 80s hair metal. George Lynch on guitar, Oni Logan on vocals.
That knowledge.
I'm just old, man. Love old music. So. But we'll see you tomorrow night after we get back about 11:30. We'll have an update on what happened and tell you who Central's going to play in the next round if they can get past Dunbar. So have a good night, everybody. See you tomorrow.
Abundant Hope Naturals, the official fruit smoothie for Sports Night. Come recharge with a delicious fruit smoothie full of protein and your choice of supplements. Madison County Sports Night is brought to you by Total Comfort, Heating and Air Conditioning. Let Total Comfort keep you cool or warm this winter. Call for service or for a free replacement quote. Wynn's Auto Detailing Service. Adams Buick GMC. Sid says sell 'em. Snappy Tomato Pizza. Pizza. Metronet Fiber. Madison County Emergency Management. And KYmedia.net. Does your business or organization want to sponsor Madison County Sports Night on the Richmond Register Sports channels? Hit us up on social media.